Oh, that one burned a little bit. Oh. Hello, everybody. Well, actually, hello, nobody. Nobody's here yet. There's a cop over here. He just pulled somebody over. Poor guy. I forgot to go live to my app, though. I forgot I got that new app. Oh, and this is really dark, isn't it? Probably just don't got my headlights on. Got my headlights on. That's a little better. Y'all see me a little better now. Turn my defroster on because my windows are fogging up. It's getting a little chillier outside. Not necessarily cold, just chilly. Like perfect weather actually. Not too hot, not too cold. Just nice and cool. So what's everybody been up to? Tanner, guy that me and him are both kind of starting off doing our vlogging stuff. He's doing moto vlogging on a motorcycle and stuff. I don't know why his app is different, but he said he can see his chat where I can't see mine. And I still don't know why. And nobody's left a comment. Y'all are supposed to be leaving comments, let me know. Just set my cruise control. That way I don't have to worry about speeding. I've already stopped and got me something to eat because I was hungry, haven't ate all day. Stopped and got gas. And I got the infamous, if y'all watched any of my videos, y'all heard me talk about them, QT egg rolls. They are excellent. Now I've heard you're not supposed to eat while you're on camera, but I don't know. I don't really care. I'm hungry. I haven't ate all day, like I said. Weird thing though, one of my daughters for a while, she had this thing where she'd watch YouTube videos where people had a mic up close to their throat where you could hear them eat like and swallow and drink soup, and it was weird. I don't know why she found that so satisfying, but she did. Hopefully my mic's not that close. Probably shouldn't talk my mouth full either, but oh well. Well, it's windy out here. Going across this bridge. Going across the lake right now. And blow my little car all the road. I probably should start doing these videos on my way to work instead of my way from work. That way there's actually more people online. Oh well. Win some, you lose some, right? Did a little studying today. Actually, I need to tag this guy up here when I get ready to do all my stuff for this video. His name's Peter McKinnon. Man, he's got a lot of videos on camera stuff and photography and film, and the guy's real smart, knows what he's talking about. And I like his videos too. I'll make sure to, like I said, I'll tag him. I'll put his video, a link to his page up here. Yeah, real good guy. I don't know if he's a good guy. He seems like a good guy. I mean, I guess off of YouTube, he could be a complete jerk, but I don't know for sure. But he seems to know his stuff, and I like his style. He don't really dress like my style. I mean, he's a little more hipster than what I am, I guess. Or I guess that's what you call a hipster. I don't know, like the skinny jean type people. But still seems like a real cool guy. And I bet he would like these egg rolls. I know I watched one where he was doing a video on how to make better, like take better pictures with just using your iPhone. And uses like a baking sheet, which is cool. A piece of white styrofoam board, a little log. Think of like a can of dog food, or not a can of dog food, but like a bucket with dog food in there or something. I can't remember. But he makes these things that I need to make. It's Nutella-filled French toast. Now that just sounds amazing. I need to make that. Then I watched another one today, how he was talking about YouTubers having a lonely life. And one of the guys he was making a video with was a chef. I got a funny feeling that's where he gets a lot of his ideas from for food, probably. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. Or not pretty good guy, but pretty smart guy when it comes to photography stuff. Been doing this stuff like 15 years. Got a couple million followers or something. But he does a lot of outdoor photography, which is something I like. I like outdoor stuff. Because I like the outdoors. He's got like a vlog where he talks about, you know, stuff he's been doing. Kind of like the same thing I do, I guess. He's got a bunch of tutorials on like camera stuff and video and Adobe. The only thing that I don't like is he uses a Mac, which a lot of people that do video and photo editing use a Mac. But I wish he used a PC because I don't plan on buying a Mac. I just don't think they're worth the money. I really don't. For what it costs to build a Mac for video editing, I can make a much better PC, much faster PC. I mean, it's proven. Go out and spend $5,000 on a computer for a Mac just because it's called Mac or Apple product, whatever you want to call it. It's just, to me, it's just not worth it. Not to mention LG. I think it's LG. Yeah, I think it's LG. LG makes this screen, computer screen, and it's like real. It's called ultra wide. There's a moth in here. Y'all see it flying around? There's a moth flying around. But it's like an ultra wide screen. It's freaking awesome. Windshield wiper. Oh, y'all hear that? That's horrible. Hey, I saw the moth. I saw the camera. I don't know how the hell I ever am. Guess maybe he'll fly out when I smoke this air in a minute. Ooh, drinking the Big Red. Y'all like Big Red? Leave in the comments y'all's favorite Coke. Mine's not really, my favorite's not Big Red. It's one of my favorites, but it's Big Red and Dr. Pepper. So everybody in the comments, tell me what your favorite drink is, soda-wise. And it's not called pop. I don't care what you northerners say. It's soda. Or Coke. He tried to fly in my ear. This guy's ridiculous. And I'm sure my lights being on helps him just want to stay in here even more. Well, I might get noisy because I'm fixing to crack the window. Maybe the moth will fly out, hopefully. I'll try to talk a little louder, see if maybe that'll help the mic. Because I know that mic still picks up wind sound pretty bad. Not sure. Staying in the right direction. Tanner told me the other day he'd watch my videos. He's talking about cuss too much. But he cusses as much as I do. He just don't cuss on his videos. So he's lying to y'all. He cusses. Don't let him fool you. He's a cusser. I swear I could eat like 50 of those egg rolls. I want to eat another one now. Now I watched a video on Peter, well not on Peter, I watched a video from Peter McKinnon today about making B-roll footage. And it got me thinking, which sucks because my phone kind of sucks on its rear facing camera. I got him. I think. But my rear facing camera's broke, so it don't work for shit. But making B-roll when I'm just around doing stuff. And so I was at the shop today, you know, so I decided to try to get some decent footage of different stuff, you know, like a cut and torch, cut through metal, and, you know, a drill press, drilling through some metal, and get some good footage of it. I'm going to try to make a B-roll. And in case y'all don't know what a B-roll is, how it works is like, you know, say you're making a YouTube video and you got your intro going on, right? Oh, that was loud. You got your, you know, you tell your people, hey, you know, this video is about so-and-so today, and you start kind of talking, and your B-roll is like the video over your voice, basically, kind of letting people know what's going on, or just a cool cinematic view of like some different stuff that you normally do. You know, like he did one of a drone, and him popping some smoke out in the forest, and you know, the smoke going into the trees and stuff, and pictures of him taking pictures of the trees, and you know, crap like that. You know, and he'll put a little clip together of all that stuff while he's talking with some music to it. You know, like, you know, he'll say, you know, we're gonna stop and make a B-roll clip, and then he'll roll that footage with some music tied to it, maybe him talking in the background. So I figure I'm gonna try to make some B-roll footage. But I use my camera on my phone, and my camera really sucks. I mean, it's not a bad camera, it's just a broke camera. So it makes it hard to really do any kind of good footage. I really need to get my other cameras. Man, they're expensive. I really want to get a T7i by Canon T7. But I don't have $800 just laying around. They're expensive. Oh man, you should see Peter McKinnon's camera. It's like $7,000. I couldn't imagine spending that kind of money on a camera. I mean, I'm sure, you know, he makes it back in one photo shoot, but man, $7,000 on on a camera, which, I mean, it does do amazing things. The shutter speed on it, I forget what he said it was when I watched this video, but the shutter speed on it is something crazy. Like, you can actually, you know, suspend you if you jump up to a jumping jack, is what he shows in his video. And he shows like the different shutter speeds. You know, when you got a slower shutter speed, you'll see that blur of your hands moving because the actual shutter catches the movement of your hands, so therefore it blurs in the image. Right? Well, his shutter speed is so fast that when he actually does his jumping jack, it makes him look like he is frozen in midair. There's no blur on his fingertips. There's no blur around his body. It's just a perfectly still image of him doing a jumping jack, and he's midair, mid-flight. It's crazy. Of course, that's, you know, I guess that's what a $7,000 camera does. And he talks about different stuff, which I need to study more, is like, you know, your different settings for your camera, how to make them look better. Sounds like shit. Come on. That is just too damn noisy today. Plus, I want another egg roll. And I'm not sure if y'all even heard everything I just said, which kind of sucks. No. What? I got an egg roll. It's getting fucking hot in here. Turn my defroster off. Moth's still flying around. I guess I didn't get him. I thought I hit him a while ago. I wonder if there's any bug rights activists. I know there's, you know, animal rights activists, but are there bug rights activists? Try to set my cruise control. See him flying around my head? I don't know why he does that. Anyway, like I was saying before, Peter McKinnon's got some pretty cool videos. Like I said, and I'll put a link up in the video somewhere, like a card, and I'll put an end card at the end of the video for him too. That way y'all can go check him out. It's pretty cool. He's got good stuff, man. I definitely advise checking him out. I'm gonna kill this moth. So I know I got his at that time. So if there's another one flying around, there's more than one. No, but Tanner was noticing his video shakes real bad when he was on his motorcycle too. So we gotta figure out some way to get a decent shock mount, or maybe a gyro. Gyro might work better for his bike, that way it's not so shaky. He's gonna use kind of more of a GoPro on his bike for his video, for his vlogging. Which I'll put a link for Tanner. Always, you know, I try to always do that. I gotta put his bright lights on. I'm way ahead of you, dickhead. I don't know if there's bright lights on. It looks like there's bright lights on. It's definitely bright back there though, isn't it? I need to tint my windows. That's for sure. That's my last egg roll. Oh man. Hey, somebody popped on. Wonder who that was. They didn't leave a comment. No comment leaving people. Must have been a stranger. Stranger danger. Oh man. It is really hot in here. I guess I'll turn my AC actually on. I wonder if like in other countries people look at Americans and think we're weird. I wonder what we're talking about. I know I watch their videos and wonder what they're talking about. I watched one where I forget I don't know what country it was. I don't really remember, but it was weird. They were weird. They eat guinea pigs. Now I'm sure that's normal in their customs, but around these parts we don't eat guinea pigs. We try not to eat varmints at all. I mean, people used to eat squirrel, not so much anymore. Rabies and stuff, you know, people don't even really eat them all that much. But yeah, I mean, I guess some people I've heard that some people eat armadillo. I'm not gonna eat an armadillo. It just seems nasty. I'll eat deer meat. Deer meat's good. I'll eat hamburgers, bacon, seafood, Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex is one of my favorites. I can get down on some enchiladas. Is it considered rude to burp on camera? I don't know. Never really thought much about it. Don't really have anything to rant about right now. Besides working nights. I really hate working nights. It sucks. Don't get to spend time with your family. Miss out on everything. Miss practices, miss games, miss recitals. I did a lot of that in the oil field. Missed everything in the oil field. Spent 11 or 12 years working in the oil field. It's a long time to work 84 hours a week, sometimes more. When I first started, I started off working in the oil field as what they call a roustabout. Now, what a roustabout is pretty much the hardest work, the lowest pay there is in the oil field. I ain't joking. I started off making a little over $8 an hour in the oil field, working anywhere from 80 to 130 hours in a week. Now, I'm not sure if y'all know this or not, but there's only 160 some odd hours, 168 hours in a week. And when you're working 130 of them, you're tired. There's times I can remember driving home and having to pull over on the side of the road just to catch some sleep because I couldn't drive no more. I honestly could not function. I remember I was working. There's two guys, one named Mike, one named Justin. I got another story about Justin later, really funny. But we're all three working this flowback, which I don't know if y'all know what a flowback is or not, but y'all can figure it out or look it up. Anyway, we're beating these things called hammer unions, okay? And it's just a big chunk of steel. It's got thread and stuff on it, and you hit it with a hammer, and it tightens itself to another joint of steel or a piece of pipe, okay? We're beating these hammer unions over to a tank to get all the pipe ran, and then they'll open up this well and see if liquid will push through the tank down. It leaks. Well, when our boss sent us out there, he sent us out there without anything to make certain lengths of pipe. He just sent us out there with pre-made certain lengths of pipe. Well, these certain lengths weren't the right lengths. So we would take and beat these hammer unions all the way down. And we're not talking about using a little bitty hammer. You're using a 20-pound sledgehammer. Beat these hammer unions together all the way down to the frac tank, or the tank, whatever y'all want to call it. It's called a frac tank. Beat them all the way to the frac tank. They'd open the well up. We'd watch for leaks. There'd be a leak. We did this for 18 hours, people. We slung sledgehammers for 18 hours straight, non-stop. trying to get this stuff to stop leaking every time they opened up the well. It was literally so bad by the time, my arms were so sore by the time I started heading home. I honestly, I couldn't lift them up like this. I couldn't do it. I was having to drive from holding the bottom of my steering wheel because I couldn't lift my arm up like this. It was bad. I mean, it was bad. I'd sit there and I'd take about 2 or 3 swings, hand the hammer to Justin. He'd take 2 or 3 swings. He'd hand it to Mike. Mike would take 2 or 3 swings, and he'd hand it back to me. And I'd take 2 or 3 swings, and then just repeat the process over and over and over again. We were taking this pipe and bowing it out to the side, trying to get it to freaking, get enough length in it. Change one piece out with another piece, see if it worked a little better. Clean up some threads, see if that works a little better. I was miserable. And then that was one of the times where I couldn't make it home. I was too tired. I don't remember how long I was working before that started. I know we started at nighttime, and we didn't finish till early in the morning, and I had worked the day before, so I probably pulled about a 24-hour shift or more, I'm sure. But I pulled over on the side of the road, and it's a highway. I pulled way off in the median, two lanes going this direction, 2 lanes going the other direction, big median in the middle. I'm in a truck. I pull way off in the median, like in the center, where if someone hits me, it's because they fell asleep and went off the road. I'm not even close to traffic. Just start dozing off real good. I mean, just about there. That spot right when you're falling asleep, your body just relaxes, and you're like, oh yeah, this is it. Good rest time. And I hear it on my window. I'm thinking, and I kind of just catch me off guard. So I don't really think much about it. And there it is. I'm thinking, all right, well, what the hell? And I sit up, and it is a sheriff's officer courtesy patrol. Not an actual officer that can arrest you and stuff like that. Just, they call it courtesy patrol. They drive around and help people with flats, basically, or give them some gas, throwing out gas. Sit up, I crack my window and I said, can I help you? He tells me his name, says, I'm so-and-so with the Sheriff's Courtesy Patrol. I'm just checking to see if you're okay. I was like, yeah, I was fine. I was sleeping. It was obvious that I was sleeping. I mean, even if I'd have been drunk, I was still sleeping. I had stopped functioning the vehicle. I had turned the vehicle off. The keys weren't even in the car. I was asleep. And that's what I told him. I said, yeah, man, I'm just sleeping. I said, I'm tired. I just worked a lot. Need some rest. Can't drive no more. He continues to try to talk to me for a little bit about, where I'm sitting, how I got my hazards on, and he was just worried and checking on. Man, I don't care. Go away. Honestly, I don't care. Leave. I don't want to go. And he just continues to talk. I finally have to tell this, which he's a young kid. You can tell it's probably something they give people that are like training to be a sheriff's officer or something, I guess. I don't know. But I finally tell him, I said, look, man, I just need to get some rest. If you want to go ahead and go, just go. I'm fine, I promise. I'll sit right here. I'm going to sleep for 3 or 4 hours and get up and finish my drive to the house. And he finally leaves. Yeah, that was one of my better days in the oil field. And then we'll go to the story about Justin. All right, now, me and Justin worked a lot together. Real cool guy. And we're cruising down the road about like this, heading out to a location, do a little work. I got my phone. Yeah, it was my phone sitting, like I'm sitting on my phone, And it's an old flip phone. It's before smartphones. Yes, I'm that old. But I'm sitting on my phone, and I cut a silent one, okay? I mean, and I got my window cracked, and as soon as I cut it, I can smell it. I know it's bad, but it's going directly at my window. So Justin don't know nothing about it. Well, I see this as an opportunity. I like opportunities like this. So I take my phone and I pull it out without not saying much about it. Just kind of look at it funny, and Justin looks at me and I said, man, my phone smells funny. Smell it. Justin smells it. Justin also starts gagging. It was the funniest shit I had ever seen in my life. He sat there and was hanging his head out the window of the truck and just gagging over and over and over after smelling that phone because it smelled so bad. It was greatness. And now I tend to try to do that to a lot of people. Not necessarily with my phone, because I don't stick my phone down there much anymore. But like I'll take my wallet, like if we stop at a restaurant or something, especially Caitlin. I do it to her all the time. She falls for it a lot too. But I'll tell you, I'll be sitting on my wallet, pay for my stuff, and I'll just set the wallet down there underneath me, and I'll pass one. And I said, "Man, my mom smell funny. It don't smell like leather no more." And she'll take a whiff of it, and it's just instant, just gratification when you see the look in their face, the water in their eyes. It's instant. Now, granted, I will probably catch karma with this one day, but for now, I'm going to enjoy it. It's great. Caitlin's probably going to get mad at me for telling people about this. Oh, time for me to exit my exit. Get on my way to the house. I have more egg rolls. Actually, I'm not technically out. I have more, but I'm supposed to give them to Caitlin, and they're sitting here, and I want to eat them. I do. I want to eat them bad. It's not right. I mean, there's egg rolls sitting here that, and I love their egg rolls, but she loves their egg rolls too. She was nervous about them at first. She didn't believe me. She thought, gas station egg rolls, that can't be good. And I told her, I was like, no, you just gotta try them. You gotta try them. And finally one day, she tries them, and she's instantly like, nom, 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 nom. She realizes that they're the best egg rolls you could ever have. Now, there is a lady that makes some egg rolls at work. She makes pretty good, or she gets egg rolls. One of the two. I'm not sure if she makes them or she buys them somewhere. But she'll bring them up every now and then. Those are pretty good egg rolls too. But I think QT's got her beat, because they're damn good egg rolls. And then I introduced her to another gas station we got out here called Big Pantry. And Big Pantry has these, now I know it sounds weird, but they have pizza pockets at this gas station. Now, these aren't your normal pizza pockets. Alright, I don't know where they get these pizza pockets from, but they're amazing. They're not like something you buy at a store. First off, they're not cooked in a microwave or an oven. They've been deep fried. Second, they're not like you know how the regular Hot Pockets look? They kind of round and seam down the edge, it just looks like one piece of bread been stuffed in the middle. These actually look like two pieces of fluffy bakery type bread stuff that they put the cheese and sauce stuff in the middle and put stuff down around it, sealed it nice and neat. It's actually square. Oh, they're excellent. Then they have Crispitos. Their Crispitos are great too. They're cheap. Man, Big Pantry is the place to go. If you live in my area, or you know where my area is, go to Big Pantry. You can't go wrong. Their Crispitos are good. Their Hot Poppers are good. Their chicken, they have chicken there. Their chicken is some of the best chicken I've ever ate. I mean, it blows KFC and Chicken Express. It blows all of them out of the water. Their chicken is excellent. They have potato wedges. Their potato wedges are freaking amazing. It's just, I could live off that gas station. And QT egg rolls. I have to make a stop at QT every now and then. They don't sell egg rolls up there. They do sell breakfast sandwiches though. Their breakfast sandwiches are good. And it's weird because, it's just a gas station. Not no fancy restaurant, not no Gordon Ramsay restaurant. I know Gordon Ramsay has probably 2 or 3 restaurants. I don't think I'd probably ever eat at them. Not because he's not a good cook, just because I don't think you should pay that much for food. I really don't. Especially it's going to come on a little plate, probably like what I consider a quarter of a serving. And I'm probably going to pay like $150 for it. And it's going to have some kind of fancy mushroom on it. And I don't even like mushrooms that much. I don't know who that was. Yeah, I don't even like mushrooms that much. I think they call them a truffle. I think it's a tessert. I'm not positive. I need to look that up. Now I'm curious. Fill my head with some other stupid, useless information that I don't need. Y'all may think I'm joking, but my head is full of tons of useless facts that will never benefit me in any form or fashion. Like, not even a little bit. I think I've said on here before, like, I know that if there's something in space and it gets a mass of 500 miles wide, I'm not sure if that's the correct way to use that term, a mass of 500 miles. Anyway, if it gets to be about 500 miles wide its own gravity will start forcing it to be a sphere, which is why the people that are flat earthers are stupid. I don't care if I get y'all's followers. Y'all are, the earth's not flat. Some people, flat earth. Do some basic math. I guess that wouldn't be math, it'd be science, whatever. Do some basic stuff. Gravity's here, gravity makes things round. That's why if you take water, it always turns round because gravity makes it round. Take a raindrop when it's falling, now it turns into a teardrop shape. And that's because of movement and momentum, but it's still sphere-like. That's because gravity puts a force equally on all sides, which causes something to be sphere, not flat. I wonder if they believe in the universe. Like if they believe there's other planets out there, or these are just... I mean, if they think the Earth is flat, what keeps us from flipping over? I mean, there's got to be some kind of movement because we have a sunrise and, you know, sunset, so the Earth has to turn. And that wouldn't even work. Think about it. You take a disc, you put it flat on your finger, put a light over here somewhere, and you spin that disc. The sun is always going to hit that disc, or it's either not going to hit that disc. I don't get that theory. Now I guess the disc thing don't really make that much sense because it could be tilted a certain way where maybe it would only hit half at a time. But still, it'd be difficult. And if we're flat, what's on the bottom? I mean, what's under us? We left like a pizza? All the topping on top? Just nothing on the bottom? Makes you wonder their train of thought. And I heard one say that what keeps the water from falling off is the ice shelf all the way around and all that stuff. But that don't really make much sense either. I mean, I don't see how that would work. I don't see how you would not... I don't know. Water would get through somewhere. Water finds a way through. It would eventually make its way through and all the water would be slung off the earth. It'd fall off the edge if it was flat. And that don't make much sense either, because if we're in a disc, if flat, like they're saying, like a pizza pie basically, the outer rim is always going to be closest to the sun. So the outer edge can't be the ice shelf. That's like the equator. That'd be your tropical zone, right? Because the sun's going to have to be out that direction, because if it's directly above us, then we would all be in light 24/7. It's weird. I don't understand their method of thinking. I'm kind of curious. I mean, I wouldn't believe it, but I'm kind of curious on their method of thinking for the whole thing. Makes you wonder how they figure this stuff out. How did you ever come to the conclusion that the Earth is flat? I mean, nothing about it makes sense. If the Earth is flat, okay, it's flat like this, and the sun's above us, no matter which way we turn, we're always in the sun, okay? Correct? Correct. Okay, well, if it's at the edge, like this, you know, it's still mainly in the sun. You'd have to tilt just the perfect direction, or I don't know how that'd work. But you could tilt in a certain direction if we had mountains on the outer edge and stuff like that that would cause us to get dark, I guess. But I'm not even sure about that section. But I believe they said that what keeps the water on the earth from falling off is that the ice shelf around the edge of the earth keeps the water in there. But if that was the case, the ice shelf would be closest to your sun. I mean, the edge of the disc will be close to the sun, which is going to make it your more tropical zone, your hotter area, which would melt all the ice, and the center of the disc type earth or flat earth would be your coldest spot, because that'd be the spot furthest away from the sun. And I mean, what? I mean, I've heard a little bit about it, and I haven't heard anything saying that they have any kind of scientific, not proof, because there is none, but any kind of scientific thought behind it. They just thought this up. Who thinks up shit like this and says, well, today I'm going to tell everybody that the earth is flat and see how many people I can get to believe it. And the sad part is, there's dumbasses that do. That's the real sad part. Is one guy, one jackass, came up with the idea that I'm going to make flat earth. I'm gonna make people try to think there's a flat earth. This is probably going to be a hoot. It's going to be funny. People are going to try this. People are going to believe me. And he was right. That's the sad part. He was right. People believed him, or her, or whoever. I don't know who it was. But they went along with it. Said, yep, earth's flat. I don't get it. Anyway, I'm almost home. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have fun. Peace out.